Hey everyone, this is JK Shinawi, and today I'm going, and you are going, and we are going together to explore Openclaw. So, Openclaw, I've been getting a lot of attention recently, and I did not give it a try. This is the first time I'm going to give it a try. So, I went to Openclaw .ai through a quick Google search. That was the first, I believe this is the official Openclaw. Maybe we check because as you guys know, Openclaw is pretty powerful, and I understand that sometimes there are clones which are not official and maybe pose some security risk. So I'm just going to take a look on the GitHub repository. This is definitely the official one. And yes, okay, so it's the correct one. So we are in the correct domain. And I just pasted the curl URL, and it took me through some questions. To be honest with you guys, it was asking me for the gateway token, for the session directory, for the shell completion. I said yes, yes, yes. But I see here that it gave me, there was a failure, some kind of failure, or install, updated. No, it's actually all good. Somehow, guys, I don't know about you, but whenever I see the red color in the terminal, usually means an error. So that's what I thought for a second ago. Like, looked in the back, I was like, oh, is there an error? But no, it looks all good. So it gave me, okay, it gave me this, and it said open in the browser. Copy it to clipboard. Okay, so let's paste it. And then it said the site cannot be reached. So maybe there is actually an error. Okay, so keep that tab to control Openclaw. Okay, so shall we try it again? Shall we just try it Openclaw and see what happens? Maybe. Okay, so what I will do in this case, guys, this is just my way, right? I'm just gonna open Gemini. Let me just put it here, and I'm just going to ask it straight away. I'm going to say here, I installed Openclaw. It gave me a URL to open in the browser. However, in the browser, it says site cannot be reached. How to restart Openclaw. Let's see what it says. I'm here. I'm on the pro, so I might just be like put it on the thinking, so we get a little bit faster results. Let's just click answer now because we already gave it like a easy. Has it responded already? Okay. So it says we need to restart the gateway. Okay. Let's see if gateway was already here. Was it one of the help commands gateway? Oh, okay, so there is a gateway. Oh, so we can run it from the gateway. Yes, okay. So we're going to do an open gateway restart. And then still there is nothing. Okay, so this says Grace restart to reload the configuration without wiping your active agent sessions. If a simple restart does not bring the browser page back, Openclaw might have configuration error. So we're going to do the doctor. So let's do the doctor. Let's see what's wrong with it. Okay, so let's try to open this again or what? It says the gateway is not running. Okay, let's then restart it. Let's double check there's no other errors here. But it says here restarted launch agent. Very weird. Okay, let's just restart it and see. Uh-huh. The lobster is in your shell. How funny. Okay, so what? What's then? If I open this, still no? Hmm. Okay, so let me just give this to Gemini again. Let's put this to thinking and let's see what's the issue. Maybe it's something silly. But it didn't give me here the full URL though. Right? It didn't give me the full URL, and this is not gonna work in the browser. Yeah, this is not going to work in the browser. Okay. So, verify the URL and token. So let's open another tab in the terminal and just run Openclaw dashboard. And then let's just take this token. Maybe it's a different token. Looks like the same token. Okay, so it does not work. Browser launch disabled, use the URL above. Okay, this also did not work. Force reinstall the server. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we just reinstall the service again. Let's go for it. Let me actually first close this one. I don't know what. Okay, I did the Openclaw gateway install force and then open. I cannot fix the code paste, but I can fix your build and your backlog. Installed launch agent. Very interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, what I'm going to do is I believe that because I double installed Openclaw. I installed it like a few weeks ago, never used it, and then reinstalled it today. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's the issue. Okay, let me just do like a dummy troubleshooting again. Just send it to Gemini and say still the browser URL doesn't load anything. Maybe fully uninstall and clean install. Let's see what it says. Before you go to the nuclear option, nuclear option of full wipe, peek the logs at Y and then just, okay, let's see the logs. Let's see the issue with the logs. Loading configuration is nothing. Resolving authentication. Literally, it's an authentication issue. Okay, that's what the log says. So let's stop the gateway. So now we did, let me just clear and do it again. Oh no, that's bad. Clear. I did not copy it correctly. So copy, and then log out. Yeah, I'm actually going to take the nuclear option because I just cannot be bothered to go and debug it. So let's take the nuclear option, show me how to fully remove it, and then reinstall it clean. Yeah, I think the issue is, in my opinion, that at some point when I tried to first time to install it, it asked me to connect with WhatsApp or something, and then it showed me a QR code, but I never did it. Yeah, I never did it. So now it says, okay, this is closed, and then now I'm going to force remove the Mac launch agents. Okay, and then let's just remove also the configuration. Let's remove the UI CLI tool itself. Verify the wipe. Let's see. Oh, it's still there. It hasn't been removed. Yeah, I followed the steps, but it's still not removed when I did which Openclaw. Let's see. Okay, so we need to force delete this file, right? So I just need to, when I did the open which Openclaw, I need to force remove this. Okay, so okay, and then let's try again. Oh, so it's installed twice. You see, guys, what happened here? So it's installed twice. I think that's why. So I installed it once using Homebrew, and then I installed it another time using whatever the current command you have. So let me actually, because Homebrew actually got a specific command to clean it. Yeah, exactly. So that's the one. So brew uninstall. Yeah, I think this time will work fine. And now if we run it, oh, still there. Okay, so let's also remove this one. Nothing ever works correctly from the first time, guys. Right? There's always something not. What is this hash or? Okay, let's just then do again, which Openclaw and see. Okay, perfect, finally. So what I like to do in this case, I like to completely terminate the terminal. I like completely terminate the terminal, so I'm gonna quit it completely. And then I'm going to start the terminal again, clean. And then let's go to Openclaw once again. And let's still install it through the command line and then give it this one and see. Let me zoom in a little bit. You wonder, we spent 15 minutes just solving a problem that before we even start. So, and then you wonder, where's your time and life as a developer go, right? We always encounter these issues, and sometimes you don't feel time. I always say to my friends who are yet to enter the software development or asking how long is it going to take me or what type of skills I need, I always tell them it's patience. You need a lot of patience and persistence. If you don't have patience or persistence, software development is not for you. Or maybe it will teach you. Maybe if you have at least persistence, it will teach you patience. But yeah, so now I also need to be super cool. You need to stay cool. Okay. So last time I didn't get this security warning, which means that this time is being installed like it's literally the first time. Okay, so is a hobby project and still in beta, expect sharp edges, bad prompt can trigger in doing unsafe things, da 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 da. Okay, do you understand? Yes, I understand. Quick start, yes, quick start. Okay, which one we want to use? Okay. Anthropic. Hmm. Does it have Gemini at all? Okay, let's go with Gemini. Okay, let's go with Gemini. Okay. Enter your Gemini key. Let's just try to see. Oh, I have to blur this out. Okay, guys. Let's get a Gemini key. For anybody who doesn't know, you can get Gemini key through aistudio.google.com. You can get a free Gemini key. And okay, I've got the key. Let me paste it somewhere else and then okay, so now right after I enter the key, it asks me to enter what is my default model. I am actually going to go with 3.1 flash light preview. I'm just going to move the screen again because it might show the key above, but I'm going to go with 3.1 flash lights. Let's go with it. Okay, it didn't show the key. So, and then it's asking me, where is your channel? Okay, so okay, that's interesting. Let me choose WhatsApp. Let me choose WhatsApp. And then link WhatsApp now. Yes. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm just going to take screenshots. Okay, it's not, when I tried with my camera, it didn't work. I guess I need to open WhatsApp and do the, I think it's settings, right? We go through settings and then there's like this little QR code, scan codes. Okay, now it works. It's logging me in on my phone. Okay, I'm going to say it's my personal phone number. Your personal WhatsApp number. Okay, I'm going to write this in the background. Okay, and then now it's asking me to we recommend you a separate phone. Okay, and then it's asking what is your search provider? Ulama, Brave Search, Gemini, Google Search. Um, okay, I mean, I'm going to choose the easiest, whatever is going to give me the less hustle, so everything works. So I'm just going to, yeah, I'm just going to go with Google, even though this will probably cost me a bit more, but I'm just, again, so I need to enter my API key again. Okay, let me do it again. And then it's asking me next. It's asking me here to configure my skills. Okay, let's configure the skills. Install missing skills dependencies. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest, any of these. Um, I'm still gonna go with Gemini. So I'm just gonna keep it very simple. We'll go with Gemini. And then it's asking me to press space to select. So I can select multiple options. And these just for dependencies. I guess we'll just, okay, I guess I'm just gonna go with Gemini, and I'm sure later on I will try again. So I'm just gonna press enter. And hopefully it types some stuff so it can hide my, keep pushing my Gemini key up so I can re-expand the terminal again. Out of curiosity, let's see. I've seen one password skills. What is one password skills? Openclaw one password skills. So what is that? This post is uncomfortable. And then it happened a follow-up. Do not do it on a company device. Full stop. Interesting. Okay. In my first post, I described Openclaw as a kind of function. Okay. So basically, skills are just a markdown, like a script. Okay, interesting. Anyway, let's get back here to hopefully this Gemini skills is official. Hopefully it's not like Gemini, it's not like some third party. Gemini skills Openclaw. Let's just make sure it's docs Openclaw. And then Gemini. Okay, so I'm just going to press no on the places API key. I don't think we need it. Notion, no. OpenAI key, I have it. No, maybe say no. Okay, it keeps asking for, and then hooks. Okay, what are the hooks? So let's just ask here, what are, let's go in this window, since we already have a window. What are hooks in Openclaw? Let's see what's that. Are essentially event listeners or interceptors that allow you to inject custom logic into an AI agent's life cycle. Think of them as tripwires when a specific action happens, like an agent starting. Okay, so again, it's a trigger. It's just a trigger. So here is asking me enable hooks. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say skip for now. Maybe is the session memory. Maybe also that's a good one, right? Okay, actually, let me just keep it as skip for now. Okay. I might just need to uninstall Openclaw later and reinstall it, since it displayed like a hash key, one of the keys. But anyway, I'm happy to keep going. How do you want to hatch your bot? So what is this? It's asking me here, set gateway token. Okay. Open the dashboard anytime. Okay. So it's giving me this place where the token is stored. Okay. And then it's asking me, where do you want to hatch the bot? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that mean. What does it mean to hatch the bot? Guys, programmers have got the most creative language. Hatch the bot. In Openclaw ecosystem, hatching is a process of taking a static agent configuration and turning it into a live, persistent process. Environment sandbox. When you hatch a bot, Openclaw does not just open a chat window. It creates a dedicated folder and temporary workspace. Identity loads. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the recommended. So what is the TUI? Let's just see. What is hatch in TUI? What is TUI? Terminal user interface. Okay. When you run, so it says here, when you run Openclaw hatch without specifying agent name. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. Hi, I am online. Let me just expand the thing now. Hi, I am online and ready to go. Since this is a fresh start for us, I'd love to figure out who I am. It's asking to figure out who I am and what can I best help you. What should I call you? Do you have a preference? Um, okay, I mean, can I ask it to launch, to open the browser? Let's actually ask it a question. And also, let's do this. Remember when it was telling me a while ago to open the browser? I don't think this will work. I think I need to have, okay, interesting. So now it runs and it's asking me, okay, password. So I need to create another token. So let me do this. I remember it said a moment ago, get a tokenized dashboard URL. Let's try this. Load dashboards. Okay, so it opened it with a token. Let's just paste the token now and see what happens. Maybe this is wrong. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let's try something here. Like, can you open a page in the browser? Let's see what it can do. What is this? Flipper TB getting? Trigger your local browser window, but I can visit any site for you using my tools. Okay. So what can you do? So can you visit thinkreview.dev and tell me how many trusted users are there? So basically what I'm gonna ask it right here, I'm gonna ask this silly question. I have like on my ThinkReview website, there is a live stats here where it tells you how many developers are currently active and using ThinkReview. So it says I checked the site and currently this 0 developers trust ThinkReview. I think this seems to be just getting started. Okay, this is wrong. How about waiting for 20 seconds on the website and then fetch the value again because it takes time to calculate. Let's see if it actually gets me the right value. Okay, so this is a failure. Let me try to do something else. Let me try to switch model to Gemini Flash Pro. How to switch model used in Openclaw. And let's see if the model will be any better. I don't know. Sometimes I just put model. Okay, that's easy. Okay, so let's try first with Flash Gemini 3 Flash. So just 3 Flash is not there. They only have 3.1 Pro, which is super expensive, guys. Super expensive. But I'm just gonna try it because I'm curious. And then I'm going to say try again to go to thinkreview.dev. Wait for about 10 seconds for the DOM to load and fetch the number of, what is it that we have, developers that trust think review, as well as the reviews today. Let's see. I need to know. Okay, so this did not work and has nothing to do with the model. But at least it gave me here an honest answer. Okay, what else can we try? Let's set the model back to flashlight. How can you send me an email on specific events? I don't have direct access to send email from personal accounts. Okay, so it seems like we need to configure it outside, right? So let's go through switch agents. We don't have agents. Let's see what else they have. So if we go here, we've got agents, open agent picker, sessions, models think, fast, verbose, reasoning, usage, elevated, activation, restore the session, reset, settings, commands, tools. Maybe let's see the tools. Maybe that's what we need. So available tools, profile coding. Okay, let's actually try this. Let's try to, how can Openclaw send me an email on specific updates for let's say new releases for GitHub Copilot. Let's see this. This is very funny. I've reclassified the request as one-off action due to the lack of frequency of keywords revisiting the scheduled what? So basically it said like it's off topic because because I asked it about the models and then I asked it about okay. So yes, set this up, connect an email provider. Okay, show me step by step how to connect with email provider. Let's see. So we need to get the skills. Where can I find all skills available for Openclaw? So it said there is a clawhub.ai. Okay, very interesting. Browse, install, and publish skills packs, versions. So there are so many like skills here. So let's try one of them. Let's try. Let's try this. Let's try the email one actually. Let's let me search email and see what actually it does. So email got me. Wow, guys, there are so many. There are so many. But these are all like summarizing sender policy. I want, what was the one that is recommended here? It said, agent email. Let's see. Guys, this is like another word, right? That's like another word. Agent email CLI. Okay, let's just open and actually try to see the what is inside the zip file. Okay, so let me open this here. So I've got here the meta, I've got here two files, skill.md. Let's open the skill.md and see what's inside. Let's zoom in. Oh, we cannot zoom in here, right? I have to open it via open with let's open it with let me open it with cursor. Okay, so the API key must be configured before any command will work. So you have to configure it, and then this would save it, and then we have to export. Oh, so that's what it does. Like we're just gonna run this, and then it's going to. Oh no, I think this is like. Yeah, I think this is the what will the Openclaw actually do? Always use JSON. Hmm. So basically, Agent Mail is another company, right? It's like a software company or something. Has to be. Yeah, yeah. So it just connects to. So that's what it's gonna do, right? Hmm. So you have to set up here and then inbox commands. Guys, I think this would be very interesting to do it on a Raspberry Pi. I think I might do this to another video just on a Raspberry Pi. Still got my Raspberry Pi 3 lying around, didn't touch it for a few years, so I might just do it there. I don't think it's gonna take much, need much memory. I need to can look this up in a minute. Yeah, okay. So I see what it's doing. Hmm. And then it's just a bunch of commands. The question here is agent mail a dependency? Like, is it like a dependency, a package that will be downloaded by Openclaw and then it will be used? I think this is the question. Maybe we give it a try, just for fun. Maybe I give it a try for fun. So here it said Openclaw skills install. I think I have to. Let's try it here, even though it's not gonna. Let's see if it's going to execute this or not. Otherwise, I have to open a terminal. Interesting. So it actually worked. So Openclaw, you can install the agent mail by running the command in your terminal. Once that finishes, you will want to verify that it's active by running. So let me just come here and just run it. Ah, you see this. So it downloaded this. So it downloaded a package. Let's see what's that. So let's open. Let's see if it's the same MD file that we downloaded, or is it different? Okay, so here there is a scripts and references. Let's see what's inside the references. API. Okay, that's interesting. API.md. So so it's just API. It's not even a package. It's just gonna curl these. It's probably just gonna curl these endpoints, and then webhooks. Yes, guys, it's crazy what AI has done, right? Like we have got like everything that's been there in the web for centuries suddenly is being leveraged like 10x. Like I mean APIs, webhooks, nothing new. There's really nothing new. There's really nothing new. But just like it's just about organizing the data for LLMs to just use. Okay, so let's see what else. And then it also gave it some examples, right? So these are some examples here. Basic agent email step, send status updates, Okay. Very, very cool. Very cool. Okay. So what else is here? So we've seen the references. Let's see what's inside the scripts. What's inside the scripts? So they have 3 Python scripts. Okay. Check inbox. So if I open the MD file again, you know, the one we opened a minute ago with cursor. Where is cursor? No, it's not gonna open it here. Let me open let me open this again. Let's see if it mentions the scripts at all. Cursor. Let's see if it mentions the scripts. Scripts. No, it doesn't actually. And it doesn't mention the check inbox.py. Maybe this is something inside, maybe that's a different version or something. I don't know. Let's see here. Skill. That's actually nano. Skill. At MD. And let's just go have a quick look. Yeah. It's a bit different, right? It's a bit different than... Yeah, this one is like Python. This one is all like based in Python. Yeah, it's just a bit different than the one we downloaded. Very interesting, but I'm more convinced right now that actually you need to have like an isolated environment for Openclaw. I feel. I feel like you need to have an isolated environment. So yeah, I might try do this on Raspberry Pi at some point, or maybe just create another environment like a Docker environment or something that we can just run it from. But still, there is also a risk, you see, like even if you do something like emails, right? Unless it's just for analytics, but it's still, there's always a risk. There's always a risk. I feel like at some point there will be like another layer, right? Or a defensive layer to double check that it's not doing anything crazy, and maybe Openclaw connects to like another, yeah, maybe you can create another agent within Openclaw to, I'm sure people can have come up with something to prevent it from doing crazy stuff. But yeah, I think that's all for today as an exploration. I will definitely continue exploration. Let me know if anybody in the comments if anybody was doing the same exploration like myself, or did the steps with me, or have ideas. I'll be very curious to hear. Thank you guys very much, and have a great day or evening, depending on the time you're watching me. Cheers.